Defend from the Federation side, that's normally the way it goes for most players.
Now back in Columbus, MLG Columbus, the very first Ghost tournament, we saw EnVy with a very defensive strategy. Proofy was kind of the goalie for the team at the time. Is there a way to play goalie on Octane, or is it more about middle map control?
So the way that meta changed from the game, it definitely is more of a mid-map battle, but if you actually, like I said, if you have a lead and you're on the Federation side, on the second side, it's much easier to hold the spawns near your objective on that side of the map. So it's very hard to be broken, so if you're playing on the defensive like you're saying, the EnVy strategy, what we did was really just to hold spawns.
Off the break, we're on board with Scump, and he's going to be making his way on this left side of the map. Instantly, you're going to see Clayster pick up 2 in the kill feed, and he's doing it with the LMG from top broken. I'm looking here, a nice defense as well by Proofy. So Clayster and Proofy opening up with 4 kills right away for OpTic. Nade shot tried to sneak in, but was caught short, going for the blitz.
And this is where it gets difficult for EnVy to actually break out of that area to spawn. They're all going to be pretty much stuck in one corner, so they have to get some really important kills to come out of there quickly. And we see Proofy here set up, just pretty much only watching for that push that comes out. But Scump actually sneaks by in the middle and gets the first cap of the game.
Yeah, nice work there. While all eyes were on Proofy, Scump just slipped right on in. So 1-0, OpTic Gaming. Scumpy's going to be on your screen.
And that was a big kill. Clayster actually died. Clayster's kind of the defender for OpTic, so if you see Clayster die, you're going to see some EnVy players get through the map, and that's when it's going to get scary for OpTic. On this side, it's really hard, like we saw right here. Merc actually got through the middle of the map. It's really hard to keep track of players that get across the map if you're actually a Slayer, which is Clayster in this situation, doesn't have the ability to see what goes across the map. So it's really important for that Slayer to keep the information rolling to his team as to who crosses and where they cross.
Scumpy picked off up top. Nameless unable to get the second one. Actually, Scumpy is getting the double download. That was, it looks like that was his teammate Proofy who got picked off earlier. Let's go back to Proof for the moment.
So Proof is using an AR. It's interesting to see 2 kind of like slow players on OpTic right now. We see Clayster using an LMG and then Proof using an AR to try and slow down and just control the map. So we're not going to really see a high-scoring game here from OpTic. They're kind of just trying to get the lead and do what we were talking about pre-game, is really get that defensive status on the second side. And we see Scump get a kill here. He actually had the chance to push through it, but big 2-piece from Scumpy.
Wow, that's his second double from the same room. Go for a third. Merc will shut him down, but here comes Nade shot. Nade shot unable to do it. And Proofy and Clayster, don't expect these guys to go for too many caps this game. Maybe if they're in the perfect position, and unfortunately for Clayster, he went up top and Studdy went down low over at Broken, and Studdy is going to make it 2-1 in favor of EnVy.
And Proof is actually in a good situation to get a cap there, but he got picked off. And here's Nameless with some big defensive kills, and only one more player to come through. Can he stop this push? No, he does not, and that's going to be a tie cap right there. So
nice capture.
Good plays on both teams. Both teams now are rotating back to their base, and we actually see EnVy with the lead now. They got a cap. Studdy keeps overextending out spawn, and OpTic doesn't seem to be reacting to it. So
yeah, he's just pushing that left side. There's been no contention. Studdy now chasing a player that should be Scump once again. And there's the 1v1
big
won by Studdy.
Yeah,
so 2 down for OpTic Gaming. It looks like one player is behind enemy lines. It's Nade shot trying to sneak his way to this blitz cap.
And he actually big knife kill on I believe it was Nameless, but now he has to make a push through 3 players. This is what we're talking about, where if you have a player holding that white truck area, normally it'll spawn right on top of your teammate. So OpTic's gonna have to make some really strong plays towards this bomb site, and actually do here. We get 2 kills down, and Scumpy and OpTic, can they make this push? Actually, no, he's alone. His teammates are coming behind him, so he's actually sneaking in for a cap though, and he does get through.
That's Clay on the move.
Jeez.
So Clayster, he's going to tell Scumpy stay back, play defense, and he will take his turn going through. I expect Clayster to go right back to that defense positioning. Right now we have Proofy on your screen, holding down the middle of the map, and honestly, I think this is the right decision. Keep the AR in Proofy's hand every time you're on Octane.
Oh, of course, definitely the best thing you can do. Now OpTic's making that push to cut off that spawn. We see Proofy throwing a nade to make that push start. We see 3 players. Oh, that's Studdy actually flanking.
Oh,
no!
And Proofy staying alive.
And that's really big for OpTic now. Proofy's in a position for a spawn trap. They can't really cross. They have to face an AR to cross back to their spawn. We could be seeing a lot of trade caps here if Proofy can keep getting some kills.
So Proofy's going to go through, but so is Studdy. And here we go, 5-4 in favor of OpTic. Studdy and the boys trying to get another cap, but their base constantly flooded from this pawn side. Proofy going to be challenging at the motel. Won't be able to get through this time. Solid defense once again. That is Nameless playing back with Parasite for the moment.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of sneak caps from both teams going on. Players that are just get through with those pushes, where players are trading kills, but they just get across. And EnVy's now setting up for a more defensive push. But, ooh, Scumpy almost got that two-piece again.
And he has 17 kills already.
Yeah.
And he's taking the same route every single time.
And Clayster gets through here. Clayster should be able to get this cap. And
yep.
Yeah, he does. So it's 6-4 for OpTic. And now they're going to be going to that defensive side we were talking about with what looks like to be a 2-point lead, unless I don't think anything's going to happen, actually. Both teams are spawning on their flag, so that's pretty much going to end it for this first side. So it's going to be interesting to see how OpTic, if they're going to keep that, maybe even make Scump using the third AR to try and slow it down defensively and just let Nadeshot trying to sneak by to get some caps to keep their lead going. Because it's really important. If EnVy gets control of that bomb side area, that cap side area on the back motel, it's going to be really easy for EnVy to come back and to tie us up. Because 2 caps is really nothing if they actually get control of the spawn.
2 cap difference. Proofy and the boys going to be playing some defense out of the gate, and it looks like Scumpy is going to be the one attacking. So trophy system's going down as Proofy is just going to post up.
He's setting up camp
and lay it down with this Remington.
He pretty much just put some logs and started a fire there at the blue crate. So we won't be seeing much movement. We won't be seeing much movement.
And what do you think of this LMG move by Clayster?
I like it. LMG's a really good gun, and with the thermal sight, it's really steady across the map. So. And it's pretty hard to get caught reloading with as well. So if you're playing in a defensive status like that, it'll happen a lot if you're using the AR that you'll spend a clip to kill a guy, but then you'll run out of bullets for the second guy. So I think it's a good decision for Clayster if he's not going to be moving a lot.
And he's picked up his 2nd kill with that LMG. Did he see the player sneaking by though? Study versus Clayster. If he wins this, he's through. Also, Merc back at the base is going to keep it clear. So no caps on the second side quite yet. EnVy still trailing by 2, and once again, I feel like they're playing very defensively.
They're making
unsure of when to push forward.
They're making 100% sure that OpTic doesn't get behind them right now. They're playing very, very slow. So it's a methodical way of playing the game. They're just waiting for the opportunity to make that push. This is what you want to do, because if you go too quick and you get 3 or 4 down, then you're giving OpTic an easy cap or 2. So you don't want to do that at this point in the game.
Merc now pushing forward for the first time. Proofy's going to see a player,
fight from Merc.
And now he's got a free
and he got
raid. Player right behind him. A nice cover fire from Study. Unfortunately, it looks like we got a player moving forward, and that is going to be Scump in the base. And nice defense once again.
And that
on the other end, Merc is going to rally. Nice caps here from EnVy as they have now tied up the game.
They tied up, and they have the spawn control. So we actually see a really good opportunity for EnVy to get a lead here. Unless Clayster can get a big kill. He actually gets a kill. Can he get the cap? And no, he cannot, and EnVy scores again, and they take the lead. So some great trades there from EnVy. Actually, someone from OpTic actually scored there, so it's tied up. But we do see EnVy still pushing for that spawn control, and they are spawning down. They do get that first kill, which is really big, and 3 players from EnVy. We're going to see a complete trade-off here. Both teams are kind of giving up their base, and we're just going to see whoever can cap the most.
Clayster trying to play that goalie role. He's cleaned up. Here comes the capture from Study. And now Nadeshot behind enemy lines trying to do the same. No, a knife is met by Merc. Nice defensive stand. Once again, makes it an even game at 8 apiece. Make it 9-8 after another Study run.
Yeah, and we're going to see OpTic here. 2 players seem to be trying to overextend towards the middle and strip side. And Merc in the open, that was a huge kill there from a player from OpTic. So now OpTic seems to have broken side, unless Parasite. Parasite with the LMG as well. Trying to make some plays, make sure no one gets through broken side, which he did a really good job at. Now EnVy has to react to those pawn pushes though. And there you go, Nadeshot's taken out. It's anybody's game at this point, but EnVy seems to be in a really great spot now.
Merc seems very comfortable in this defensive role. He's rarely pushing forward, and when he does, he knows their base is absolutely clear. Spotting a player going through pawn, Merc's going to try and make this opportunity go the opposite end. He is going to be cut down, and now it's going to be Study playing some defense. He's got Nameless with him as Parasite was just cleaned up. Merc coming off that spawn is here to help as well.
Yeah, EnVy's playing really, really slow right now, and they really want to make sure OpTic doesn't cap. They're now almost not playing to get more caps at this point. They're just making sure that nobody on OpTic gets a free cap.
Parasite gets the cleanup kill back at his base. Now it's going to be a 1-on-2, possibly 3, as everyone is spawning at the base here for OpTic Gaming.
The player from OpTic actually snuck by. He's top rope.
Scumpy.
And yeah, that player is going to have to make a really good play here. Scump, can he make that play? Did he spot? Yeah, he actually did. Ooh, big kill there. Someone is rotating through gas, so if he can pick up this 2-piece, he actually will get that cap. But he's pushing through the back here. It's going to be a tough angle, and he does get in. And he ties it up. A really quick side jump there from Scump. Actually got him the advantage. But EnVy answers back. But we do have another, again, this is a base trade situation. Both teams are trading their base for the kills.
Big
but
stop by Study, and Merc still behind enemy lines could make this a 11-9 game. 2-point advantage for EnVy if he goes through here.
And he is going to get this cap. And that's really tough for OpTic now. OpTic's gonna have to make some really crazy plays to actually push through the map.
There's
and you
one.
see, there's one. That's 1 point game. But EnVy still has the player in position to cap, and it looks EnVy is gonna get another cap for sure. So OpTic is gonna pretty much give up their base here, and they have to make some crazy plays through the middle side of the map. They have to push EnVy's base and as well cut their own base from the middle part of the map. So they got to get some crazy kills here.
Nimbus getting a knife, calls out his killer to Merc. Merc executes. Parasite getting a kill as well. So 3 down for OpTic for the moment. We have Merc pushing forward. And does he decide to go straight for it? Looks like the spawners all know they need to be pushing forward for this OpTic gaming squad. No caps here from EnVy. All they got to do is keep their base clean, though.
And yeah, this game's over. There's no
done.
OpTic players in position to actually come back. They need a cap within the next second, and that's not going to happen. So there you go. EnVy actually takes this
What
map.
a performance there on defense by EnVy. That was the difference maker.
Definitely. We actually, if you look at the slaying category here, EnVy got outslayed and still won by 2 caps. So that says a lot about the way they made their kills work. Actually, when they pushed, they got caps, and when they defended, they got the defense. They got the clutch kills no matter of their base.
And you can see kind of the difference in Scumpy's game. From the Ghost Spawn, he was able to get 17.